you're in San Francisco, you have to go to Tommy's. It's an institution in the true sense of the word.
I don't advertise. There's no billboard. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not paying anybody.
Tommy's is a movement.
I guarantee I can send you in there, be you a hardcore trade person or just interested civilian, and you will come away saying, that is an incredible bar.
We are a Mexican restaurant and tequila bar.
You're walking into a restaurant, it doesn't look particularly special, it looks like a mom and pop kind of place, which is basically what it is. Then you go over to the left by the kitchen and go into this tiny little cramped space, floor to ceiling bottles of tequila. There's a TV in there showing sport.
It's not fancy, it's not pretentious, yet we are experts in our field.
Guaranteed, if Julio is working there, he will see you, immediately greet you, and probably introduce you to everybody else in the bar within seconds.
My parents started Tommy's in 1965. Our entire family, this is our life. We spend the majority of our time at the restaurant. My mother, who's 86, still comes to work every single day. We lost my father about 11 years ago, but his presence is still felt to this day. The guests we get at Tommy's, I'd like to consider as my family. Anyone can come, feel comfortable, can afford to come.
Any given night when you walk into Tommy's, you can be sure that there will be local families, probably people from the local bar scene. The restaurant has gained so much notoriety. People from all over the world come now too.
It is the place to go to enjoy tequila and to be educated about tequila because, of course, it's the man who set up the Agave Appreciation Society that pretty much was the blueprint for most spirit societies around the world.
I wanted to learn about tequila because, for very selfish reasons, that it made me feel good. I just thought that if it made me feel good, it'll probably make other people feel good.
Julio has been a transformative force in the industry.
When I tried 100% agave, I just said, wow, why do I want to drink mixtos or regular tequilas? This is where it's at.
He really was pushing the boundaries and saying that 100% agave did matter.
Over 20 years ago, I decided to go to the source. Go talk to the people that make it. Visit distilleries. See what's going on in the industry firsthand.
Having spent time with Julio in Mexico, you get treated differently. You don't get the PR woman taking you around. You get the master distiller. You get the person in charge of the barrel program. People, they stand up straight when Julio walks into the room.
Julio has inspired so many people. It's hard to quantify his impact, but everybody understands that agave spirits would not hold the position that they do at this point without him.
He's known all over the world. He's a true legend. We use that word too often, but he's a legend.
Tommy's today is quite well known for, among other things, the Tommy's Margarita.
The Tommy's Margarita is a true global modern classic.
The Tommy's Margarita was an evolutionary cocktail that came about from learning more about tequila, learning more about agave, and wanting to deliver a margarita that tasted of the tequila that our guests ordered.
Very simply, tequila, fresh lime, and agave nectar.
The advent and introduction of agave to me allowed me to use that sweetener to then balance the acid I was using.
The agave nectar, which is obviously related to the product that the tequila is made from, and the fresh lime juice.
Seedless Persian lime juice.
All comes together in a simple, accessible, credible drink that will truly stand the test of time.
We predate the quote-unquote skinny margarita by at least 20 years.
Everyone, whether you like tequila or not, can quite happily sit there and drink a Tommy's Margarita. And that's an incredible thing.
Tommy's has seemingly become more than a Mexican restaurant and more than the premier tequila bar in the world.
56 years in the San Francisco industry and not being in the center of town, not relying on tourists, but instead helping spread the word, one drink at a time, one guest at a time. The best way of really providing hospitality.
What I would love is to know that the culture that is so proudly on display in Tommy's lives, forever.
The greatest evidence of success is if our guests continue to come back, right? If you do good work, profit comes, repeat business comes, and longevity comes.